busy week this week, Russ. Did I tell you what we got going on? Brand new show starting on Thursday in the afternoon. Brian Trust Auto Sales, is doing a whole hour just about positivity called You're Beautiful. So we'll see how that goes, but we're rocking and rolling here at RiverBender.com, and so are the Alton Road Runners. You guys got some fun planned this summer, Russ.
Yeah, summer's all planned out for us. Every month, every Thursday in the month of June, we'll have a track series at East Alton Woodward High School. Starts at 6 p.m., and it's for everybody, 6 and under, 80 and over. We have a little bit of everything out there.
That's really cool.
It's a fun evening.
That's really cool. And then, so where do you want to start on this, Russ? Because there's so much to talk about. I don't even know. The floor is yours, Senator. Where do we start?
Well, the first one, we start this Thursday.
Yeah, I like it.
Series. And like I said, it's an event for everybody. We don't do a whole track meet because, them take hours. We start at 6 and we're done by 7:45.
That's impressive.
Everybody, and we got something for sprinters. We have something for distance runners. We always finish up with a little relay at the end. Everybody participates in, has a good time. 6 and under, 7 to 10 is an age group that we have that we're trying to introduce track and field. They do 50 meters to 400 meters, and that varies, and they do a long jump and a softball throw every weekend.
That's really cool. And then for the other age groups, too, you got 11 to 14, we just talked about, 15 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and as Russ said, 50 and over. They have something just for you, too. Now, this is really what I like about it, Russ, is if you're under 14, the cost is $12 for the entire series, or $4 a night. Now, 15 or over, you're only paying $5 every Thursday, or $15 for the entire series. I like the family rate, too. $40 to get you the entire kit.
Yeah, we have a lot of families that take advantage of that, and they're there every week, and they'll win a ribbon, and they'll have a special little prize for all the kids in the last one to show them appreciation for coming out, and they have a good time out there.
Russ, this might sound like I hate to say stupid question, but I will say it this time because it might actually sound like one. My dad coached high school soccer for years and all this stuff, so I know playing with him or going out to the field, there was always kind of a different repertoire, and we practiced together, and he'd get my sister and I better in the summer and just take us out on our own. What's it look like on the running standpoint where you see, some families out there together? Is it kind of the same as, maybe a dad-son playing catch type of scenario? Or
we get the same families just about every year. It's almost like a family reunion when we do our first summer series. Everybody comes out there, hey, how you doing? And the kids are bigger. I've been doing this long enough now. Some of the mom and dads have been in the series. I remember when I ran these other, so I remember you too.
Dan, I got to say something. Dan Brannon, great interview because you took my question that was 8 ways to Sunday and you made sense out of it, Russ. That was good. Now, as we look forward, let me give you guys the dates for the 2024 Summer Track Series. It begins this Thursday, which is June the 6th at East Alton Wood River High School. It's track, and registration is at 6 p.m. Competition at 6:30. You're done by 7:45.
Well, yeah, the first night might take a little longer because people come in 5 minutes before it's supposed to start.
Yeah.
It takes time to register them and get them out there. Yeah, usually we're done 7:45.
It's amazing how much traffic can affect just 4 or 5 people right before the thing open,
And we got coax some of them little guys get to the starting line. That's their first race, and they're nervous. And
are they? See, that would be fun to see the 6 and unders get ready to go.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's with the lines on the track. You just say, hey, stay between the lines, but they'll start in lane 3. They'll go to lane 1, go to lane 7, and they're all over. And it's fun.
Is it like go-karts where they're cutting each other off almost?
Yeah, but you'll see the serious ones. We got some kids that are just dead dog serious. Man, they're whole hog.
Are you at 6?
At 6. There was this little girl years ago, and she was a terrific runner for O'Fallon High School. She ran like a 2:16 half mile. I mean, from 4 or 5 years old, shoot that gun, there she'd go. She knew what she was doing, and I mean, that was just in her.
That's incredible, man.
There's kids like that. They know how to race and want to race.
Yeah. And now, real quick, if you are just new to the Summer Track Series, there is a waiver that you got to sign.
Right. That just covers us in case somebody gets hurt. We'll have ice and stuff there. But generally, if it's anything, it's a strained muscle here or there, or somebody will trip and fall on the track every now and then, but nothing
too crazy.
That's standard for all races that you have a waiver to sign.
Just like if you're going out for a summer sport or any type of summer camp, you're going to have to sign something. Now, making payments to this, do we just pay by check?
Yeah, they just come that night. Some people that's done it for a while, know the address. They mail it to us.
Okay.
But anybody can come that evening and sign up for one night or sign up for the whole series.
Well, and that's what I think's really cool. I mean, this is wonderful, especially if you have a couple of children that are interested in running or just trying something new. I mean, $40 for 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities is great if you have a family rate.
Yeah, and there's families. There's one family that has probably at least 5 kids. And mom and dad go, so there's 7 kids. And that's entertainment for the entire night. They run, come out, and just have fun, cheer each other on. And
I really think that running is very important for kids to learn about the technique and just how to do it, and really a great opportunity for young ones.
And I actually get kids in high school that come off a track for the first time that actually don't know even how to run. They don't have no form. They're all over the place. You just got to try and settle them down and relax. And
I wanted to ask you about that, believe it or not. There was a guy I used to work with when I was doing soccer, and he big in sports psychology, so I was really good about visualizing things and kind of seeing how they happen. But running was always kind of different for me because even though, I was never the fastest, I was always kind of right in the middle of the things. But my technique was terrible at first. Now, when you're running, is it you want to have your hands kind of open a little bit to where you can hold
just relax. Just relax. You don't want to clench them. Just nice and relaxed and smooth. And you want to bring them right through your waist and bring them up to your chin. It depends on the pace you're running. If I'm sprinting hard, I'm pulling my hands up harder. If I'm relaxed, I'll just keep my hands down and drive nice and easy.
I wanted to ask you about that. Now, is it real? Is this true to where if the longer I spread my arms, that's going to be the equivalent to what my legs try to match, or is that just kind of what we tell ourselves to get into that movement?
It depends. I've seen kids that have hands that go down to their knees.
Yeah.
And I've seen kids with T-Rex arms.
But so whenever
the longer you drive, and keeping everything square, your shoulders and everything straight ahead, that's what you try and teach them. The sprinters in the Olympics, they you watch them, their faces, they're relaxed. There's no tension at all. Their faces are up and down, and they're just nice and strong, but they're flying.
I'll be darned.
But that's what, there's a method to it. You have to train kids, and some kids just clump around.
I was going to bring that up because my coach said, CJ, you'd be the worst hit man because they hear you coming for 4 miles.
Yes, and I've seen some crazy. I had a kid who was a junior this year. His first year he ever ran as a sophomore. Looked like he was sitting in a chair running. And he ran cross country and got stronger and stronger. And this year, he's dropping 6-8 seconds off a 200-meter time.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah. Just amazing. For folks that go, man, it's all about athleticism. It's really about a lot of the time the technique. It's just amazing. It really is one of the most fascinating components to me of any sport is sprinting.
Yeah, track and field is all technique.
Yeah.
The jumps, the throws, the hurdles. It's all and how you approach it. I've had little guys throw that discus. And that big gorillas, they can't throw it all because there's no...
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. I've had little bitty guys just hammer that thing. And I had a 6'8", 350-plus kid that couldn't throw. I've had tons of kids beat him because he just couldn't have the... he was so slow and his...
Is it about explosiveness?
Explosiveness.
Well, what's interesting is I'm glad I never called a track and field event yet because I would be the guy that goes, this guy's getting ready to launch it. And then it'd be like you said, 10 feet... Little Johnny's throwing it.
Usually it does, but it's all in technique and release, especially with the throws.
Well, and I just think this is cool to have an opportunity for folks around the region. We're going to talk about other upcoming races here in a second, folks, but this starting off with Thursdays. Thursdays are a great night because you're working all week and now you're almost to the weekend. Break it up a little bit, bring the family out, or even just your little one that wants to do something and let them do it.
And I'm there, and there's some track and field people there, some high school kids, and if I see somebody that shows a little bit, I'll go talk to the parents and say, hey, give you some tips on how to do a little better and what you need to do. Some of them push too hard too soon.
Yeah.
Say, hey, just relax, let this guy have fun, and then they'll carry it on. And I've seen all kinds, because this is probably the 30th year for the track series too. So we've been doing all this stuff forever. So
it's just really cool, and we'll get back to the summer track series here in a couple of seconds. But let's go down the gauntlet because I don't know how much you're going to miss out on, but you better keep paying attention because there's a lot of opportunities for all of you. Each month, it starts with the 27th annual Alton Road Runners Club Family Run. This is a race, walk, or run for fun event, and this is this Saturday, June the 8th, at Belk Park in Wood River. Great location for a family run.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful park out there. They got a new trail out there that is a mile long that you can go around. We have the little kids 6 and under do a quarter mile. We'll have them go out basically and come back around, make a little circle. Kids 14 will do a half a mile, and then we have a 2 mile run for adults. If somebody just wants to walk a mile and walk around, we let them do whatever they want to do.
It's
an event for everybody. We'll have donuts out there, the lakes out there, beautiful little lake sitting there. So. And this is fantastic.
Well, and what I like is, you're up and early in the morning, and I love it because families want to get going. That way
you're done.
Yeah.
We're done by 10 o'clock. We're out of there by 10. The races start early. It's as fast as you run it.
If you want to get out of there, you better run fast.
You want to run a 2 mile time in an hour? I'll wait for you. If you run it in 10 minutes and get out of there, I'll be there too. But that's what we did. And this is the shirt that they'll have for that.
Oh, it looks good. I like that.
Registration shirt for everybody. So.
Yeah. And now, when do they have to register by?
It's probably too late right now to mail it in, but they can surely show up that day, or they can still register, send in something, and they got the next 2 events coming up. But you can come out to Belk Park that morning, or they can still send something in, and we'll work it out.
How much are registration fees?
The cost for the first one you see is $5 for 14 and under. T-shirt costs more than $5.
Right.
And you throw a donut in there and a drink and a ribbon.
The donut was $5.
I know, and it's 10 for 15 and over. So the cost, we keep it down because we understand things are tough. And that's what they've always been. This series isn't meant to make money. It's meant to introduce a sport to people and get them interested in running. That's been our thing. We've made money off the River Road Run for years to pay for all this.
Right.
Now the River Road Run's hurting, so we're kind of,
using that to kind of switch it around.
Hopefully we can keep through.
Well,
keep going.
When you told me that last time around on how much it was to get the River Road just to be able to run, it was like what, 6,000? It was just
for the cones, and then you got to add another 3,000 to pay the police to.
Russ, I'm not holding out hope. I know one of my saving graces is out there watching the show today, and if someone's feeling froggy and wants to call Russ for a $10,000 donation to get the river run going, I think we'd all feel really good about that today.
We're helping a lot of kids, and it's not just Alton.
No.
Whatever reason I want to live. We have people come in from Carrollton. We have Missouri people come over. We have them from all over the area.
Well, it's a big community.
Yeah.
And it's something, Russ, I have never really understood because I'm not a runner, so I was always focused on soccer and just going to tournaments. But whenever you see any type of event going on, in terms of running, whether it's a track and field event, cross country, just even a run, it's full. And it's not full with just folks that want to be there. There's some tried and true runners that go to a lot of these events.
And it's good people that have track and field. We had a big track meet, a big invitational, 20 schools there. When we left, there was hardly any trash at all in the stadium around. And the custodian guys come out and goes, what's going on? I said, track people clean up after their shot. I said, it's not like, I don't want to put anything down at a football game.
I was going to say it. I was going to say, because I told my
it's
team.
like New Orleans leaving there. It's just stuff all over the place.
I told my soccer team before the last game, I said, listen, I'm tired of it looking like a football team played on this field. I want it clean. That's it. And that's seriously the same thing I said. Sorry, football guys, but it's true. This is really cool. Just going back to the 27th family run, folks, this starts at 9 a.m., but you can check in between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. at Belk Park. Half mile, 14 and under, 2 mile, 15 and over, T-shirts for all the entrance, ribbons for all, refreshments, donuts. You're looking pretty good on Saturday, June the 8th. Now, it's a little too late to mail stuff off.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop by, can they register that day and run?
Oh, yeah, surely they can come in that day. Or if you're local in the area, just give me a call. I've had people come and just drop it in my mailbox. Or I was out cutting grass the other day and picked up 2 applications while I was mowing my grass. People waving at me, and I stick it in my pocket. So
that's awesome. That's a good way to get grass done. And then filming on this. This is a big race. This is the 45th annual Youth Run.
That's one of the oldest kids races in the country.
In the country?
For just kids. I had a Road Runners Club of America Radio contact me about 10 years ago and did a little thing on the radio for them. And they said this is one of the oldest just kids races, because most of them have adults and you put kids in. Yep. This is just for kids 14 and under out at Gordon Moore Park. And this is really cool. Now, where is it at Gordon Moore? As you go in the gate, you'll see it on the right. It'll be we just make it like a little horseshoe and you'll run right there. We go out and back. And this one, we have this one down to a science because it's on a Sunday. We'll start a group, and then 1 minute later we'll start another group, and we're out of there in a half hour. I mean, we got them all.
This is perfect. I love this, right? Because you're like me. You know, when it comes to events, anything sports related, any event, people want to get moving. You know.
Right. Well, it's a Sunday, and now people say, "Well, it's church." I said, "Hey, you're done and in church before."
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is really cool. And, you know, whenever you get some of the kids out there, I'm sure you get some that are competitive, some that are just running to run.
Right.
But it's got to be a really healthy mix that I'm guessing.
Sure it is. I mean, like I said, we get some roadsters out there, kids that are can really run tough. We get kids that run with their parents because they don't want to go, and parents run next to them. And, you know, that's for both of them. So
Yeah.
that's a good deal.
Well, and I just think it's really cool because it shows really that there's a lot in terms of the sport of running or track
sure.
and
And
field.
it's a lifelong thing.
It is.
I saw where some woman just broke the 105-year-old age group record for the 200.
I saw that. Yeah, good for her. You know.
I know.
And here I am going. I just don't have any energy to get up today. You know. But what I think, because my cousin and I were talking, she's in middle school now, Russ, and she likes to try a bunch because she's a gymnast and a soccer player, but she always likes to try something new just to try it all, you know.
Right.
And she has her serious sports and then the ones that she tries, but she went out for track and field tryouts and she loved every minute of
There's
it.
a job for any kid
Yeah.
in track and field, you know.
Well, and she, honestly, Russ, it kind of surprised me because we aren't really the fastest people out
Right.
there, you know.
A lot of it is just that determination, how much you want to do it.
And how many kids do you guys expect to be at Gordmore that day?
We usually get between 50 and 85.
I'll be darned. That's still a pretty good number.
Pretty good. We've had over the hundreds, but again, that pandemic's pushed everything back.
Yeah, and
Pushed everything back. So yeah, we've had 120. I think we've had as much as 140 out there. But
wow,
last few years it's been down some, but still the favorite few, the traditional runners that come out here and do it every year.
Well, and too, you know, the good thing is now that we're getting a couple of years past the pandemic, hopefully we can start to get all those
Rebuild
bad
that.
traits out of
I've
them.
noticed that in high school too. The high school team numbers are down
All across the board, Russ.
in every town.
Every sport too.
Right.
And you know, that really amazes me because we were talking about that. My dad and I were just about a couple other sports, and I went, you know, never would I have thought that sports were looking for bodies.
Yeah, there's girls basketball. I mean, I keep the scoreboard, and we probably had 4 or 5 teams that didn't have a JV team, and they had the forfeit. And we played just a varsity game. You know, they had 7, 8 players, and that's.
Well, and that's what's tough too, because then you have some squads like my middle school. We had 58 kids come out for one team, and it's like, well, only some teams have 2. How do you play them all? It's just a fascinating conversation in itself. So hopefully that does come back. But now I'm real nosy about this, and I'll be honest with you. I like the idea of a dash and glow. Are we looking at
probably
some?
one of our favorites. We'll get a nice T-shirt out there. It glows in the dark. I have a room where I got a black light. And the kids will go in there and they're just amazed because everything just glows. Their shoes, everything.
That's cool.
We have a medal that will glow with because this is the end of our series. If a kid's done all 3 of them, they'll get a medal.
Cool. So there's an incentive to keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
If you do all 3 of them, that's your incentive. You get a medal. And it's not what place you get. It's you've completed the series.
It's
So
the dedication that you went.
And then we have hot dogs and drinks. And I mean, that's. And when I do that run of the year banquet and we invite a few of the runners out there, we'll ask them what's their favorite run. 9 times out of 10, it'll be the dash and glow because, and we get we buy necklaces that glow in the dark. You know those ones.
Yeah, the snap ones. So can I tell you a funny story about the snap ones? It was 4th of July, and it was years ago. I was like 7 years old, but it was so poignant. I remember it to this day. I was sitting there walking to the van with my parents, you know, and I had those glow sticks and snapping them, and I remember my mom going, "You cannot break those open. Don't touch those. You're gonna go blind. You're gonna go blind." I swear this happened. We're walking to the car, and I saw somebody that had it, and not because they lost an eyeball, but they had something in their eye. So I assumed the guy's eye was burning out because he opened his glow stick too. I had never been more scared in my life. Now I know that, you know, you're fine if you touch them. You just don't break them open. You know, you should be pretty good.
Yeah, we get. They make glasses and they necklaces and bracelets and. And I might be letting the cat out of the bag, but those things don't. When you buy them at Six Flags and stuff, they're not $10 a stick. They're a lot cheaper. You order them online.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? They're like 20 cents
I've
a
always
stick.
thought, I'm gonna order cheaper than that. I'm gonna go into business and buy me a couple of boxes and just sit in the corner and sell those because
that boat race is coming up in June. You and I can make a fortune out there.
you could. 'Cause them boxes with 600 of them are like $30.
Oh, daily show merchandise that I can afford.
We do that for we do a night run for cross country, and we get sticks out and give it to the kids while they're running because they go in the darkest. That's the way I'll find you.
Yeah.
You go down, I'll look in the ground and see something glowing up.
For folks, that's good. For folks at home, this is not a one side or the one age group specific. We got 15 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, and even 50 up. This is cool for everybody.
Yes, it's for everybody.
And now, Russ, fill me in on registration. Is it any different for this event than it is others?
No.
Okay.
You can, like I said, do the whole series. You can sign up for that whole series on Saturday. You show up, or you can just come in and do whatever event you want to do.
And if you do all three of them, you get a medal at the end of the year.
Well, that's the medals for the little kids.
Oh, little
14
kids. Sorry.
We got the pictures here. Some of the medal winners we put on the front here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there. So, the medals are for the kids that do all three of them. Just kind of, and I get the biggest, gaudiest medal I could get because the bigger
That's
it
the
is.
fun.
But most adults don't want a big old medal. Kids.
Yeah, they want it. The bigger, the better, And so there's a half mile for the 14 and under, 1 mile for the 15 and over, and then a fourth mile for 6 and under.
Yeah, we always do. And this one's on the track at East Alton Woodward High School.
Okay.
We'll do a lap for the little kids, do 2 laps for 7 to 14, and then do a mile run or walk if somebody chooses to walk it for the adults.
Now, I just think this is really cool. This starts at 7:30 p.m. And what time do you guys normally wrap this one up by?
This doesn't take too long either. Probably 8:30, 8:45. I mean, by the time the kids races, you're talking 5-6 minutes apiece.
Right.
And then the adults are 10. If somebody walks it, 15 minutes. Somebody runs it a little faster.
That is just so cool, man. I mean, I really like the whole series. This is a great opportunity, and even if you've never ran before, take the moment.
Just come out and cheer people on, and and I'm not going to check your ID if you want to get a hot dog or a donut if you you don't have a kid. I'm not inviting everybody to come out and eat free on this, but if you want to come out and if you want to donate, I'll get you a job. There's somewhere you can stand But the little kids, we always need somebody to show them which way to go.
Yeah.
Because if that lead rabbit goes off, you're in trouble. Everybody will just follow.
You ain't a kid in there. That is the truth.
I've had that happen.
And folks, honestly, I do this every time, but I hardly do this for a lot of groups, but I love doing it for yours, Russ, because I really like the Road Runners. The history of it and how important it is for the area and how many people get involved in it. I'm going to show you. We're going to go on the screen here now. This is altonroadrunners.org. You just type that in, but there's also a donate to the club button. And if you have the opportunity to, I encourage you to check it out. And you can hit donate now. It takes you right to where you need to go. You see my mouse under here, folks? There's a donate button. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit if it lets me. There you go. A donate button. Donate now. You click on it, and you can help support the Road Runners and that Great River Road Run coming up in November. There's just a great opportunity to do so, and just keep up the great work, man. I love chatting with you. Did I tell you my mile time? I never did. When I was in high school, when I was running or on the soccer team, my mile time was a 4:47.
See, if you'd been in my high school, you'd been running track too.
With that being said, Russ, is there anything else I'm forgetting about right now?
No, I mean, I just encourage people to come out and do this. I mean, it is fun. It's great for the kids. And it's a time for mom and dad and kids to be together.
And that's what
a lot of times you'll drop your kid off. They're going to play. You can do this, and we're there for hour and a half.
Yep.
And that's with some free eats, and then you leave.
And it's needed because there's not a lot of opportunities for that. It becomes daycare in a lot of spots, but this really is a family come out and enjoy.
And it'll be a positive. That's one of the things I tell my people, and I have some great volunteers. Be positive to these kids. Encourage, pat them on the back, tell them keep going from the front to the back.
Yep. 100%. And now, starting this Thursday, June the 6th, registration at 6 p.m. Competitions begin at 6:30 for the Summer Track Series, where you guys can be a part of this June the 6th, 13th, 20th, and the 27th. Cost for 14 and under, $4 per night, or $12 for the entire series. 15 and over, $5 every Thursday, or $15 for the entire series. You got a family of runners like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
you're paying $40 for the entire series, and I just think it's
A
great.
family couldn't eat at McDonald's for $40.
Shoot, man. At 40, I mean, going to McDonald's with a family of four, there's
know.
there's a mortgage line where you can refinance now.
Now, we got our website they can go to if they need any of this information, altonroadrunners.org.
Yep, altonroadrunners.org. That was part of the site. I saw you can see all that information. Make sure you're registered, and we'll link it all in our write-up that Dan's doing today. Russ, I seriously appreciate every time I talk to you, because it's just always a blast, seriously.
All right.
Well,
Thank you.
Well, I'm out of time today, actually, believe it or not. So I'll see you tomorrow. Daily show's over today, but we're back here on a Wednesday, and we're getting through the week. So on that note, enjoy your day, and enjoy some of the cloudiness, I guess, because it's going to storm tomorrow. And most importantly, as always, just try your best to stay out of jail.